Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to my channel. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at Solana. I do want to say that I'm not a financial advisor. You should do your own research before investing money into crypto. Taking a look at the daily chart, you can see that we flipped this channel down that was our resistance. We flipped it to support right now. We haven't had a proper bounce, but you can see we're moving to the upside quite impulsively, and we're about to take out this March 2024 high. If that ends up happening, this will be a very bullish time for Solana. We're going to take a look at the weekly chart in just a bit, but I want to focus on these support levels we gave you, and we haven't retraced back to them since September 2018. So our last Solana update was on the 16th of September, and then we ended up dipping into that golden support there on September 18th. From there, we were printing higher highs and higher lows. So Solana is looking very good right now. Solana's ecosystem is performing quite well. Radium, Nosana are doing very well. The meme coins are also pumping, but I don't get involved in that. If we take a look at the daily chart on the RSI, let's see what's going on here. Let's see if we have any divergences. So it looks like there is a slight divergence over here. So here you can see the price action is printing a higher high, while the RSI is printing a lower high. So I think this will get invalidated, because if we continue pumping, the RSI trend line is going to keep moving up, and then the divergence will be gone, and we'll be sitting at a higher high on the RSI and at a higher high on the price action chart. So I think this is an easily fixable issue. And yeah, if you haven't bought into Solana, I would say right now, if you buy in, a 3x is what you can expect at most. No one's going to buy into Solana and expect a 20x from the current values. Although anything can happen. I'm not a financial advisor, but I would say manage your expectations, because the market cap is already way too high. If we zoom out and we take a look at the bear market, we had a lot of support trend lines here that we gave you during 2022 when we were over here. We were giving you all of these levels, all of these support blocks. And if you entered, congratulations. If you didn't, hopefully you had a chance to enter in this consolidation period in 2024 at the start of the year, or this chop sideways action in November 2023. Because if you're getting in right now, I would say it's only good to enter if you want a stable high cap altcoin until the end of the bull market, just to kind of keep your money safe, but you don't want to buy Bitcoin or Ethereum. I would say that's why you'd buy Solana at this stage in the bull market. Now let's switch over to the weekly chart. And before we continue with the video, I want to give a quick shout out to my Patreon. If you're interested in getting more exclusive content, you want to support me as a creator, and you like what you're seeing here on YouTube and you want more, feel free to check out the Patreon. That's definitely a place for you. There's a 7-day free trial, which means you can get access to all of my content since the inception of the page. So that means you get podcasts, low cap gems, technical analysis, project reviews, and a whole bunch of other stuff. We try to do posts there on a daily basis. We cover airdrops and a lot of stuff that we don't really cover on YouTube because we don't have as much time. And of course, because patrons get more stuff and more content. And if you're interested in that, the link is down below in the description. Thank you all. Let's continue on with the video. The weekly chart is looking even more bullish. I would say we're very close to breaking the all-time high for Solana, and it looks like we're going to be printing new all-time high prices for Solana before the end of this year. That's what I think is going to happen. And if it keeps up this momentum, we could be sitting at $600 sometime in the first half of 2025. Again, that for us is going to be at $609. We can round it up to $600. We've talked about this price for many, many months. We've had this Fibbonacci retracement for many, many months. And right now what ended up happening is that we came back down to the 0.786 support. at $126. Yes, we did wick back to the 55 EMA, but that was brief. For the most part, we held the Fibonacci level with our candlesticks, with the bodies of the candlesticks, and right now we're moving along from this local bottom, and we're moving into this wave 5. So if you pay attention to the chart, you can see we have our wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4 corrective, which just concluded, and your wave 5, which is the final wave, hopefully taking us to $600 for Solana. We just bounced off the 20 EMA on the weekly. As you can see, we sat on it for a bit. This was another good opportunity to enter if you wanted to get in before things got crazy. And you can see we had this descending triangle that we're breaking out of right now. And what we need to see is we need to see volume. We are seeing volume. There is volume. So this breakout looks to be legit. If we want to set up a target for this pattern, we just take the trend line, place it from the top of the pattern to the bottom, and then we place it at the point of the breakout, and that takes us precisely to the all-time high, to $252. That is our current target for this breakout out of the this triangle, this descending triangle. There was a chance we'd break to the downside because usually this is a bearish pattern, but we had it here at the top of an uptrend. So the chances of us breaking down were slim to none. Something massive would have had to happen in order for us to drop down below this strong support that we had built throughout 2024. So I think we're going to be at least retesting the all-time high before the end of the year, if not breaking it. And then by June 2025, we should be sitting at $600. That's just a rough estimate based on what I'm seeing. The RSI has just started moving up. And pay attention to the RSI. Once you start getting to these extreme greed levels on the RSI, that's when you want to be taking profits. So the next time you come up here, you want to be securing your profits. You want to be paying yourself. You don't want to be holding those bags because people are going to be selling off of you. You're going to be someone's exit liquidity. Don't be that. Don't be exit liquidity. Be the ones selling off of people. That's the way the markets work. Someone's going to be selling at the top, and someone's going to be buying at the top. Unfortunately, that's the way the markets work, and that's how you make money. So the MACD here printed a bullish cross, just like we printed a bullish cross back in September 2023. So this is another confirmation of a potential uptrend. The stochastic on the weekly is almost in the overbought. So I think once this move is exhausted, and the next maybe week or so, we could see a local top before we have a small retracement back down. Again, this is just me potentially seeing what could happen here. Of course, Solana could continue pumping, but it's a big asset, so I don't think we're going to be seeing massive parabolic moves like in 2020, but I do think we could have strong candles nonetheless. So watch out for the relative strength index getting into that 80 to 90 area, just like we got into that area in 2023 and 2024. Also look out for bearish divergences on large time frames. So on the weekly, on the monthly chart, if there are going to be divergences between the RSI and the price action, those could be your looking glass signals for the upcoming correction. So make sure you try to get out in time before the peak, not at the peak. That's not going to work for you. Try to get out before the peak. That way you can secure your profits, have that cash ready to be deployed during the next bear market. And that's pretty much it. You can use the stochastic here on the weekly and wait until we drop down into that area again after the next retracement. And once we are down here below the index of 20, you can enter once again. If you want to be safe about entering Solana, I would say don't rush, don't buy anything that's pumping right now. It's not a good idea to be doing that. But that should be it for this video. Let me know what are your targets for Solana. Let me know what are your expectations, and are you buying in right now? Did you buy in the bear market here in 2022, 2023? Were you following our channel back in the bear market? Stay safe and goodbye.